everyone, welcome back to Ross's Rod Shop. I'm Lee. Today we're back on the 64 finally. I'm waiting on parts on the Charger here. I've done a video painting the fender and the front bumper on this car and fixing some brackets and things that was wrecked in the front end. As soon as those parts come in, I'll get that video done, get it uploaded. So while I'm waiting on parts, I do finally have some time to get back on this 64. What I'm doing is, okay, I seen this video on YouTube, I don't know, it's about a year ago, and I'll try to find it again, post a link to it down below, because I don't want to take credit for someone else's work. I seen somebody on YouTube do this and I wanted to try it. As with all of us, we all see things on YouTube and want to try it. I cut down a bedside from long to short, and what he did was he measured from here, and what you got to do is take 8 inches out of the rear, 12 inches out of the front. So he measured from here in 7 inches, drew his line and cut it, then folded in, as you can see on the back side of that, folded in the 1 inch, and then on the front side of the bed cut it 11 inches and then folded in 1 inch to give you a 12 inch and an 8 inch section out of this bed. Then as we'll walk over here, I'll show you in the video what I seen him do was he separated these pieces here. You have to take this piece out and then weld it to the back side of the bed or the front side, whichever. You do both sides. I have the other one here. We'll take this piece out here and put it in the back side, and we'll take this piece out here and put it in the front side. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand it down. I've got my angle grinder here with my 24 grit disc on it. I'm gonna cut down all of this to where I can see the welds, and I've got some spot weld drill bits. I'm gonna drill out all the welds, pop this thing out, and move it over to that bedside. So let me get all this ground down, drilled out, and once I get it ground down and get some drills, get some holes, spot welds drilled out, I'll show you what we're looking at. Hello everybody. I just wanted to take a minute here to plug my website. We've got merchandise. We've got Ross Rod Shop tees. It's got the small logo on the front, large logo on the back. We've got some hats, hoodies, coffee mugs. I've got stickers. Check it out again, rossrodshop.com. Help us out, support the channel. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate anything anybody does. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll show you where I'm at so far. I've taken I changed over to this right here. Kind of removes the paint a little easier. You can pick these up at any auto parts store. Then I've taken this, this is a spot weld drill bit here. It has a retractable needle on there, as you can see it. And what I did was I just take a drill bit and drill a little small pilot in the center of each weld, and then I go back with this, press in. Let me set this tripod up. So you can see here, just take right there in the center, press in right there. It just drills right around each spot weld. Just go down each and every spot weld all the way until you get all of them drilled out, and then you take a chisel and a hammer and just knock it loose. Okay everyone, got this piece off here, drilled out all the welds, used a couple other tools, got it loose. I'm gonna clean it up, grind these down, clean this up, and then we'll be able to weld it to the front side of that bed there. So this right here is trash. And then we'll get on the back one, get it off, put on the back side, and then we'll have one side of the bed done. Then I'll get on the other side. Okay, back on this bed again. I've got this cleaned up a little bit, got all the welds ground down on it. If you see, this little notch here goes right here. I'm gonna slide it in just like that, where that notch is right there. And then get everything lined up right there. You know, I'll put a few tacks on there to hold that. And then I've started drilling some holes here for some butt welds. Now what to do then is just fold these over. Once I get this welded across here, I'll fold these over and weld this all the way down. And then we'll see how it looks when I get done with it. Okay everybody, back on the shortening of the bedsides on the 64 C10. I've got this panel welded in there, smoothed out. It's in there pretty good. And I've got tail light panel in there. It's in there, got it welded in pretty good. Got everything welded up along here. Got it welded up along here. Looking good. I've got it welded along here. Done some plug welds here and all down there. And there you have it. Again, I'm not the greatest welder in the world, but it's all nice and solid. It's not going anywhere. I just got a brand new welder. My first time welding with gas. I tried to do all of this with flux core, and the heat on that flux core welder is just a pain to deal with on this stuff. So I got this welder here. It does a lot better, and it's ready to go on Bubba. I've got to do the other side. As I showed you outside, I still have the other bedside to do. Then I have a lot of other things. I've got this rear panel here that needs to be put in. I've got some floors to fix on both sides, and we'll get after it. I'm gonna keep doing some videos. I'm gonna keep doing videos on Bubba, the 64 C10. I've got a lot of parts that I've been buying for the last couple of years to put on here. I'm excited. I'm really excited to get back on this truck. I want to get it finished. Behind me here, I have the engine that's going in there. It's a nice little hopped up 350, not too much, just a little bit of sound. It'll sound good, run good. I've got a 350 turbo transmission. I'm switching it to 5 lugs on the front, disc brakes, 5 lug on the rear. And I know there's a lot of guys out there, you don't have to switch it, and I know. I've had a couple of these trucks in the past, and they were 6 lug drums, and they stopped fine. But I have a nice set of wheels that are 5-on-5 bolt pattern that I want to put on this truck. And I got the spindles, rotors, everything really dirt cheap. I mean, everything I'm doing on this truck was really dirt cheap. I got that bed for free. The cab that I cut apart, a tree had hit the top of it, but the bottom of the cab was really good shape. They had undercoated it a long time ago, and I just cut the parts out of the floors that I needed. It was free. The cab was free. The bed was free. You know, so all of this stuff is free. For the engine here, I built that engine for a buddy of mine, gosh, 5 or 6 years ago. He never used it. He sold the project and it's been in his building. Now naturally I'm going to have to take it apart and assembly lube everything and get it, you know, go through it again before I stick it in there. But it's a freshly built engine, just as, you know. So, and I'm doing work to swap out for that engine. So again, everything's on the dirt cheap on this thing. I have ordered some parts, lowering springs, shocks, a gas tank. You know, but I'm not blowing the budget on this truck by any means. Anything that I can get for free and get on here, get it done, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, that's where I'm going with this. But yeah, I'm excited. This bedside is complete. It is a short bed now. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click the link below. rossrodshop.com, t-shirts, hats. Help us out. We'll see you next time.